Hey, what's up, guys? This is language enthusiastic speaking. Today is Sunday, October 15th. The time now is 5:22 p.m. Okay, let's get started. I'm not in a very good mood today because my molar hurt last night during the night, and in the middle of night it made me awake and I couldn't fall back asleep for 2 hours. That was around 3 o'clock a.m. and I really wanted to fall back asleep, but I couldn't, and so I had to be in bed later than usual. I ended up waking up around 11 a.m. today, which was pretty late, and so the whole thing made me so tired, and by the time I was awake, the sun was so strong. Today weather was really, really good, too good, and the temperature was quite high. Yeah, not as high as it was in the summertime, of course, but still the sunlight was so strong that I gave up the idea of taking my dogs for a walk first thing in the morning. It was almost noon though, and I have been tired all day long today. And what was I talking about? Today, finally I started practicing my Spanish seriously. I decided to do it. I was talking about this about 10 days ago in my videos, and actually I already started it again. The first time I started studying Spanish was around back in the 2008, 9, 10. It was pretty long time ago. As I did my English, I used the same kind of radio program for my Spanish learning, and it was almost free. I had to buy the textbook though, and the program itself was free, so it was very economical. It was the most economical way to learn your target language, so I chose that one. And but I sometimes stop studying, and sometimes I completely stopped studying, but I really want to be able to speak Spanish, and my YouTube channel's name is Language-Enthusiast, right? And I am interested in learning languages, and I've learned 3 languages so far: English, Spanish, and Chinese. And I really I was interested in Chinese too, and I started my Chinese at the same time as I did my Spanish. I studied 2 languages at the same time at one time, but I stopped both of them completely. And it has been quite a long time since I stopped studying Chinese, though. I love the sound of Chinese also, but for whatever reason, I think I'd say that I love the sound of Chinese that Taiwanese people speak. And when it comes to spoken Chinese, they seem to be speaking almost the same language. But when it comes to written language, their Chinese are different. Written Chinese done by Taiwanese people, and written Chinese done by mainland Chinese people. They are different because mainland China uses the simplified written system, which is easier for us to learn, and especially we share the same kanji characters. So for Japanese, it should be easier to learn Chinese. But when it comes to kanjis, Taiwanese people use kanjis used in Taiwan are very complicated, and even we share the same kanjis, but our kanjis are not as complicated as those kanjis that are used in Taiwan. And so I really prefer to learn the simplified Chinese when it comes to written ones. But when it comes to spoken Chinese, I love the sound of Chinese spoken by Taiwanese people. So the next time if I learned Chinese, I would choose Chinese spoken by Taiwanese people. And they are slightly different. This is what I heard, but I'm not really sure. I always learn Chinese, traditional Chinese, standard Chinese, should I say this? I'm not really sure about Chinese, the difference between Chinese spoken by Taiwanese people and people in mainland China. But sound is so cute. So this is what I feel. The sound is very cute, and even Japanese language. I don't know much about this because I speak it myself as my native language, so I don't know how I sound when I speak in Japanese. But for foreign people, if foreign people speak Japanese, they tend to sound very cute, and I don't know why. And I hear that many foreign people say that Japanese spoken Japanese sound really cute. I don't know much about this either, though. But one thing is for sure, I am interested in languages. I'm interested in learning foreign languages. And this time around, I decided to use this method that the very famous YouTube polyglot named Steve Kaufman. I'm sure that many of you, or most of you, know his name. He's one of the most famous language-related YouTubers, and he's a polyglot, and he speaks more than 20 languages, and most of them are the languages that he started learning at the age of 60. That's amazing, right? So it really encourages me because I will be 60 next year, and in 2 years or so, I really want to be fluent in Spanish finally, because I have been studying Spanish in a traditional way for more than 10 years now, on and off, but still I can't speak Spanish very well. But since I've been working on improving my English now, right? And now I'm beginning to understand what is the best way to improve my spoken language. Okay, I mean here in English though, and I want to apply this method to my next language, Spanish. Okay, and I'm very interested in the method that Steve Kaufman uses on his website called LingQ. I don't know how to pronounce this in English, actually, because it is spelled like LING and Q, right? It sounds like link to me, but I heard somewhere before that it shouldn't be pronounced like link. It could have been a little bit more complicated, but I can't tell the difference. So let's say link here, okay? And I have been a member of the website, but I didn't use it for such a long time. I started using the website since the year 2012, meaning that when I first got interested in the site, it was the year 2012, and it has been more than 10 years now, right? But I seldom used it because at first, in those days, I didn't think that that website was very easy to use. I didn't think that that website, which is LingQ, was not as friendly as I wished. That's probably the main reason that I stopped using the site. But just yesterday, I tried to log in again, and my membership was still there, but it doesn't cost anything because I'm a free membership. I only have a free membership. But if I want to use it more, I have to be a member, and it would cost like, let's see, $10 a month, $10 a month or so. And I tried to use it yesterday, and it was pretty okay, but I still haven't know much about it. How to use the website, but a little while ago, about 10 days ago, when I decided to study Spanish again, I used one of the YouTube channels which taught us English stories, which taught us Spanish, which teaches us Spanish through stories. I love the channel. A channel name I forgot, probably the name of the channel might be Use Your Spanish or something like that, okay? And I love the site, but I love their videos, stories, but somehow I don't think it's for me at the moment. And I'm interested in studying with the material offered by LingQ. And I watched somebody's video in which Steve Kaufman was interviewed in English, and it was about language learning, and it was about the difficulties that many people have when it comes to language learning. And Steve Kaufman says something really good, which actually encouraged me so much. He says that it's totally okay to forget the words that you memorized, or it's totally okay not to be able to express yourself, or it's totally okay to have problems with your target language, because this is part of the process. And so the more relaxed you feel, the more enjoyable you can feel toward your language learning. And for many polyglots, problems can be accepted and expected. So such problems probably never discourage them, because they expect there will be lots of problems, there will be many difficulties when it comes to language learning, because it's tough, right? And it takes time. So you should be very relaxed, and you can enjoy the process. And when it comes to Spanish, he says that he has been always happy whenever possible. I mean, when he was still at the low level, when his Spanish was still at the low level, he was happy. And he was happy about what he could at that time. So, and I really wanted to apply the way he sees his own language journey to my own language journey this time around. So I'm going to be patient. I'm going to enjoy my learning Spanish, and I try not to study grammar specifically, but instead I try to listen to and read many stories, as many stories as I can. And every time I read the stories, I try to understand the meaning. And this is what the Steve Kaufman also says, that he suggests that we shouldn't try to understand 100%. He said that it's okay to understand each story about 30 or 40% at first, and then move on to the next story, and move on to the next, and then come back to the first story to try to see how much more you can understand this time. And because reviewing is very important to understand the language in a real sense. So you need to expose yourself. You need to expose yourself to the as many stories as possible, as many studying materials as possible, and then but don't worry if you can't understand 100%. Just keep going, and sometimes come back to the studying materials that you have already done, and you just repeat this process as you are enjoying over and over, and eventually, gradually over time, your brain picks up the language gradually, like babies do. And he says that you should trust your brain and your intuition. Okay, because humans are designed to be good at the languages. So we are designed to be good at languages. So don't worry, but just try to enjoy every moment. So I really want to apply this concept to my language learning this time around. So, and I've already done 5 stories or so, and I started the very beginning, which are pretty easy for me to understand. But since I didn't study Spanish for the last, more than 4 months, 5 months, so I should be I should do something very easy to get it back. Okay, this is something that I wanted to talk about today, and it's just for 22 minutes now, but I think that's all for today, and I'm going to do something else today. Okay, and I really want to spend some time on learning Spanish also. So I will be busy from now. Okay, thank you for listening, and I'll be back tomorrow too. And I really hope that you have a lovely new week. Okay, take good care of yourself. Bye-bye.